over in the link tree, which will be pinned in my chat. So we are almost done with GDU episode 2, which I cannot wait to drop it. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna drop GDU episode 2 tonight or this morning, but I definitely want to get the trailer out. Ugh. Oh, the bear's on the floor. But yeah, everybody make sure you guys leave a thumbs up and make sure you guys are watching this live stream. Make sure you guys don't leave the stream because we're trying to jack up the watch time. So, and this is good too, because like I said, I am not planning on sleeping anytime soon, but just in case I do get the watch time going. If I do fall asleep, which hopefully not, I'm not planning on it, but if I do, that you guys don't leave. Oh man, we're gonna fucking suck up all of that watch time. Holy shit, we're at 450. Hello. Oh, my girl. Hi. This is pretty fucking good. 450. We're on our way. All right. Is it ready?
I think you're talking to other guys.
That's crazy.
Guy 7?
There were 6 before him.
I think you're talking to other guys.
That's crazy.
Guy 7?
There were
I gotta big this. Okay, so where do we want to stick this?
Have you tried getting a hobby?
Nobody wants to work anymore.
Are you working right now?
I'm motivating.
From a recliner? Interesting. Congratulations, you became the customer.
Today's topic is confidence. I am extremely.
So you've gotten worse.
They said women would find this impressive. They lied. I think you're talking to other guys.
That's crazy.
Guy 7?
There were 6 before him.
Master, teach me your ways. First, you must escape the matrix. How? I sell a course every month. Today's topic is confidence. I am
You became the customer.
I think you're talking to other guys.
That's crazy.
Guy 7?
There were 6 before him.
Today's topic is confident.
Okay, so that's okay, next I want I gotta pick decisions. Wait. God, could this take any longer? Is that like not possible? We're almost done, so let's see what we're at. So 8 total, but we need to cut some of the. God. How are we gonna do this? I guess we're gonna just do like.
Better boyfriends, more loyal, and spoil you more.
Today's topic is relationships. I know everything about relationships. I know you're seeing someone else.
That's ridiculous. Hey, babe. Not now.
Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
This is getting statistical impressive. Guys really think a car payment and a podcast setup makes them high value? Never let a man convince you he's the prize. I think cheating is morally wrong.
Take these parts out. Okay, so we're at 8. So tired. Come on. Yeah, you guys, I'm like trying so hard. Oh my god. But honestly, we are getting so much better. It is so crazy how fast and efficient we've become with this. Like I remember the first time, it literally took like over 24 hours. It felt so hard, and like now it's like easier. You know, it's still a lot of hard work, but I mean, compared to before, yeah, I mean, it's exponentially easier. We're only getting stronger. All right, do you guys want to watch some news? Should we relax a little bit? Let's try to relax. We just need to relax. Like I want to be in a like decent state, you know, of mind. Like, you know, not like agitated when doing this because you know we want good output. Apparently, meta glasses are corn. Or wait, oh no, I see. I read a caption and it said, "Oh, the glasses are power corn." I'm like, wait, what? I was like, oh no, what they mean is like, I get to film you, nah 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 nah, and you can't do shit about it. I see what they mean. Okay. Let's see. Uh, oh my god. And I think I'm getting sick, which I blame you moids for that. Fuck you guys. The fuck is PPD? Dude, I'm tired of seeing all these course bros. Like, I fucking clicked on one course bros video, and now my whole thing is filled with course bros. Like, bro, give me like normal, like relevant stuff. Dude, like the algorithm here are the recommendeds on piano oil suck all because I watched one goddamn course bros. It sucks, bro. This is all fucked. See all these fucking losers. It's like, bro, get these retards off my screen. I don't give a fuck about these guys, man. Yeah, cars, consciousness, but oh my god, I don't even have a news tab. Fuck those retards, man. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's check out Think Before You Sleep. He always has some stupid shit to say. Before you sleep. Like want something chill, informational. Oh. Okay.
What's going on?
So you guys know I don't like Think Before You Sleep. But I think I might have saw this. But I just like, I don't know, like I mean I don't like the guy, but I like listening to him because like I just think his voice is funny, you know? So you there.
Called the cops. They have the cops here now. So what's the issue? The issue is,
I think we saw this.
documents that happened today, so that way I can take it and I can get the work done that I needed done. You heard what?
And being a pain in the ass to police is because she does this to other people and they put up with it. Now,
Yeah, I just like the guy's voice, but no, we already saw this. Yeah, no, I don't like the guy. I don't agree with him. Yeah, he isn't like super red pill, but no, he is an incel. Okay, let's do Sunny? Sunny V30 videos. What the fuck? Why is this retard not posting? Yeah, Sunny, just stop posting, fucking bitch. Okay, what's another guy like him? Like, like informational. Okay, Magnates Media. My God. Insane Truth About YouTube.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Nina just built an app.
So we can all build apps now? I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
Okay, little.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
share an app. Profesor de español.
YouTube.
How did YouTube go from
Oh no, wait. Kevin, you're actually getting Course Bros too? Dude, I sell nudes. The fucking selling nudes to worthless men is a much better market than selling courses. I'll fucking promise you that. Because you see, this is the problem. And you see, this is where I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the Course Bros. I'm pretty sure most of them try to do the high ticket sales because they don't have enough people buying their courses. Because here's the problem: you're selling to poor people. Like you're trying to get poor people to invest in education. If the colleges couldn't even get that job done, what makes you think you could do it? Like does that make sense? Like I mean, it's like you already have universities, community college, and like all these other like institutions trying to sell classes to poor people. So what makes you retarded males think that, oh, well, they're gonna buy mine? It's like you're literally trying to sell to poor people. So like I'm not saying that literally nobody does, but I don't think the numbers are good. I bet you guys that these Course Bros, I don't know, either their fucking family's rich, like the one that we looked at, like that dude clearly, and it's pretty obvious that his dad's rich. And they're just kind of like leeching off, presenting their dad's stuff as theirs. Either that or they're taking fraudulent business loans out, and we'll see them on the news in 5 years or less. That or maybe perhaps I think they're probably all the money's in like partnerships, like with these like scammy day trading platforms like Alpha Traders or Rich Forever Trading. I'm sure that they'll fucking pay those guys like a lot of money. Fucking like 10K a month. If they're really famous, maybe like 20K a month. Because the thing is, it's like with that, with the trading platforms, dude, all you need to do is get the right retard. Get the right retard to sign up to your platform. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure like that's a pretty good fucking ROI. But yeah, I think that's where the course bros get their money. I don't think it's literally courses because the problem is they're marketing towards poor people that are not in a financial good situation. You know, it's like yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of data on like this kind of industry, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, if somebody's already poor, how are they gonna have the money to buy your course? You know? So no, I bet you it's like sponsorship or daddy's money or loans. It's like we all know how cheap males are. I mean, you guys even see in like my chat, like these broke, worthless males, it's like $2 is like their life savings. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what the sales for courses are. But it is a bit suspicious, honestly. You know, I guarantee you there's some kind of unclosed loophole that maybe we're not aware of. Let's see.
Failed dating sites on the edge of
Why don't we watch Course Bros? But yeah, no, why are these Course Bros being pushed? Course Bros. Let's see if somebody's exposed them. Course Bros are running society. By my course ass. Why don't we just look at TJR or some shit? TJR. Oh shit, TJR got exposed.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your
Guys,
domain
watch
name
me
even
literally
if
be
you're not ready
exactly
to
right
launch
about
your
TJR.
business. With Wix,
Okay,
you can
mark
grab
my
yours
fucking
now.
words. All right, this I'm gonna go ahead and predict everything wrong with TJR. I'm very good at this. So there's a video on TJR, who's like the top, you know, most famous one. So here's what I think. I think that, you know, I bet you his dad's rich. Okay. Bet you his dad's rich. And then two, he probably fucking like either borrowed his dad's money or used other people's money to start trading, you know, for content. Use other people's money. And I think that where all his money comes from is, so yeah, the trading, it's all other people's money, none of his money, none of money that he's earned. And I think that if there's any kind of like spike in revenue, it's brand deals and partnerships, shilling, day trading platforms. That's where the only uh, money bag is. TJR, I mean, he is the main course dude. Like, I'm sure, yeah, he might. I don't know how much his course is. I'd say his course is like $50. Uh, dude, honestly, like, I don't really know how stupid men are. Like, I'd say, like, you know, at peak, like 100K a month to 1 million a month at peak. Because, like, I don't really know how stupid men are. I mean, if you're poor, I mean, it'd be pretty stupid to spend your last like $50 on a course. But yeah, I guarantee you, he borrowed people's money, and then really his real money comes from brand deals. Promise you that.
Video contains never before seen private communications and images that expose TJR once and
always
for
right.
all. Stop giving anyone your money. I'll show where and how trading can be learned for free later.
I just posted a YouTube video going over the Forex strategy that made me my first 100K month all the way back in 2021. See, it was the only pair that I was trading consistently for like damn near 2.5 years. That little baby TJR was using back when he first started trading and first started crushing it with trading. Go peep that video.
The truth is that during 2021 and before he started posting to become an influencer, TJR was actually online begging for trade alerts, asking for profit targets and when to enter or close trades, which wouldn't be a big deal if not for being 5 months after the dates on this screenshot and his supposed massive profits as an established, consistent, and successful trader. But this is the secret that's been hidden until today, which exposes TJR as a fake guru and failed trader.
You just give me however much you're willing to, I guess, give me. And then I put it into my broker, and then I just set up an account for you. And then I'll tell you what app to download. It's called MetaTrader 4. And then I'll give you the account number and then the investor password. And I'm giving you the investor password because people do this kind of often, where they let other people trade for them. So the investor password pretty much just makes it so you can't place trades on the account, but you can see everything that's happening so you don't get scammed.
At the end of 2021 and going into 2022, TJR was convincing his college friends to lend him money to use for trading, obviously with the
I
goal of
fucking told you,
sharing and splitting the earned profits. On this one, he even said you would honestly get 10K a month. But unfortunately for Tyler's friends, the self-proclaimed successful trader from 9 months before this couldn't deliver on his promises. And apparently, he never paid them back after losing their money trading. Well, except for one of them. And you almost couldn't write a better story about how it all went down. Frank was one of the people who gave TJR money for trading, and this particular message was sent many months after that money had been lost. It's clear that TJR made it seem like Frank would get his money back, yet TJR would switch between ghosting him or apparently pretending like Frank's messages were disappearing. Sure. So after growing tired of this treatment, Frank decided to take it up a notch by directly contacting TJR's family in a group chat and explaining how their successful day trader's son lost all of Frank's money. It was obviously the right move because on July 19th, 2022, Frank finally got his money back. And just 3 weeks after that refund, on August 11th, TJR made his first posts on TikTok posing as a successful day trader and crypto expert. And to top it off, he even used that MetaTrader screenshot of $100,000 in profit from March of 2021 as a starting point to get attention.
You know you're not profitable, bruh. Stop posting that bullshit. Do you not feel guilty? You're a fucking liar, bro.
But now that the secret is out about his real trading and the money he lost his friends, which remember was happening after the supposed trades on this screenshot, it's easy to see why he turned to social media. Because luckily for this failure of a trader, it only took 1 month to finally figure out how to make money. Not by trading, but by selling a private Discord server with trade alerts.
The reason why I made a Discord, come on. If people like what I'm talking about or want to know the trades that I'm taking to be a profitable day trader and they are willing to pay for that, why would I not do that, you know? People make signal groups, mentorships, and whatever to make money. Duh.
It's important to truly understand the gravity of the timeline and the fact that TJR has built his entire empire and following on a foundation of lies and failed trading accounts, which becomes public information today. Understand that he started his social media journey just 3 weeks after his family forced him to refund a friend whose money he lost trading, and he started selling trade alert signals on a private Discord server just 1 month later. And look at this video from July of 2025.
Everything starts going my way. And this is kind of when you guys find out about me, essentially, where I've been trading consistently for around like a year and a half. I'm making good money from it.
He claims that when he started posting online, he had been successful for around a year and a half. Successful traders don't have to ask friends for money to trade, and they certainly don't lose all of it. Of course, there was no way for people to know all of this back when TJR sold his first Discord server. But the unfortunate reality is that most influencers aren't successful traders. But even if they were, the information they sell is already online for free. Skip ahead 2 years, and a paying student from TJR's $4,000 mentorship made a video proving this, which resulted in TJR getting a lawyer to send them a cease and desist letter demanding it be deleted. And if you, the letter recipient and creator of this video, are watching, just know these demands are complete BS and a bully tactic. And if you, TJR, are considering something like this for me, my lawyer already has a response prepared. So let's take a look at the highlights of what TJR wanted hidden from the public. First of all, I understand the desire to follow and believe in someone, especially since a lot of TJR viewers are younger, which I'll get to later. He's funny, entertaining, and puts on a very authentic persona. So I'm sorry, genuinely. But now you know what was really going on behind the scenes, and it's going to get far worse from here. According to this student, the mastermind class was advertised as a 30-day training with personalized mentoring from TJR and a limited enrollment of 30 spaces. However, the student says there were actually more than 500 people in the class, that there was no one-on-one mentoring, and that TJR sent a total of 2 messages on the server. They also say the only time people could really interact with him was briefly at the end of his presentations to the entire group, which the student says were just reworded from the free bootcamp series. Constantly seeing stuff like that over the years is why I built I'mInTrading.org, to prove it can all be learned for free. And I've never sold a single course, mentorship, or private community. This is the proudest and most important work of my life to help aspiring traders, and this page has detailed instructions on every phase of the learning journey. You'll never buy something after going through it because you'll understand the 2 possible paths to profitability, what that means for how to succeed, and exactly what you must do next. That will show you how to extract value from all online trading content while easily spotting what is and isn't helpful. Can I get your thoughts on that, TJR?
I'm trying to tell you guys that the free stuff is all you need.
Anyways, did you know that 500 people times 4,000 is $2 million? I assume the mastermind followed the same price as this blueprint, but who knows with all these repackaged, rebranded courses? Could be even more than that, since this guy says TJR charged him $7,500. TJR is obsessed with money, and being rich is his brand. So, if he's actually a successful trader, how come all this wealth flaunting only started after selling courses? Yeah.
Is it true what they say? Is Dest really dead? Agentic AI pen testing. It's the latest buzz in the security world, but does it live up to the hype? Well, let's find out. Akito's AI pen test will unleash hundreds of agents attacking your application at the same time. You can run a complete scan on your infrastructure or application, or run a partial scan on just certain features. Connects into your Git repositories, you can upload documentation, even provide authentication. The agents will be able to find vulnerabilities that Dast tools have never been able to, things like business logic flaws or IDOR. You get the results plus all the steps to reproduce it. And here's where it gets really cool, even the code to be able to fix them. Once you apply the pull request, you can run a partial scan to make sure that, yes, indeed, this has been fixed. So if you want to find out if Dast is really dead, head to akito.dev and check it out for yourself.
If you have tried a prop firm challenge and failed, or you've never had time to try it, listen to this. We pass the challenge, manage the account, and we work towards your payout. And you keep 70% while we take 30%. We make nothing unless you get paid first. That is not a sales pitch. That's how our business works. And before a single trade is placed, you receive a contract that states 3 clear things. 1, if we fail to pass the challenge, we refund you the challenge fee cost out of our own pocket. 2, if at any point within 120 days you want a refund, you ask and we send it. 3, when your payout lands, you keep 70% and we take 30%. That is the only time we'd ever receive anything from you. The difference here is simple. We do not make a single penny until after your payout lands. Not before, not during, only after you've been paid. That's not a promise. That is our business model. And if you're thinking this sounds too good to be true, that is a reasonable thought. You've probably paid for trading courses, a signal service, a mentor before, and most of our clients have. And most of them got nothing back for it. And this is exactly what our service looks like. Scott had been working long hours for years. When he found us, his first thought was the exact same thing. Too good to be true. But the payment model made sense to him. If they only get paid after I do, how exactly does it go wrong? And it doesn't. 2 months after joining, a $4,200 prop firm payout hit his account, and he was completely hands off the entire time. Over 400 verified payouts have now been delivered to real clients. Every result is verified on MyFX Tracker, a platform where results can be manipulated. Our Trustpilot reviews are also public. We can't take everyone on because every client gets a dedicated account manager, and we protect the quality of every account we manage. If you want to learn more, the link is on the screen right now. Again, you pay nothing unless you get a prop firm payout. That is what we are built on. Now, before you get started, it's very important to clearly understand what the service is and what it is not. Okay, this is a simulation-based service designed to assist with performance within simulated prop style environments only. Okay, there's no real trading, there's no capital allocation, and there's no actual financial payouts generated through this service. Any references to accounts, challenges, or payouts are part of a third-party simulated system and should not be interpreted as real or withdrawable income. Okay, this is not an investment opportunity. This is not an income source, and this is not a financial service. Results are purely performance-based within a simulated environment and carry no real financial value.
Yeah, this video could have been 10 seconds long if you just stop and go, oh, yeah, good point. That exposes anyone who behaves like this, especially ICT, who lived in a rundown townhome 15 years into being a trader until he sold mentorships. See here how purchasing the mastermind got you a free funded account at TJR's prop firm?
Swaggy C just left his own prop firm for the reason that I've been telling you guys this entire time. He didn't have any of the decision making. And that is why I created my own prop firm without these people. The fact that I can sit here and say that a company that I built has been able to pay out profitable traders.
He made it very clear early on that he was in control of this company. However, it wasn't long until, oh, what's this? Foreshadowing? Well, you're watching one of one's Discord server get deleted in real time because they ended up rug pulling the entire user base and causing thousands of traders to lose money. That includes people who didn't get refunded, as well as those who earned payouts that were never given. And while TJR had publicly left the company before this happened, those who traded there at the time would tell you that the problems began long before his departure. And remember, people were using this firm because of him and his influence. Not sure if it's the case here, but this is particularly devastating for people outside of the US, where something like $7,000 is an incredibly significant amount of money. So what is TJR doing, literally as I write this? Doing a photo shoot with the cash he earned off the backs of those who believed in him, which makes him the coolest guy according to 12-year-olds and brain dead. That's wow. And then he went to the casino. This person, along with many others, paid for the mastermind partially because it included a 100K account at One of One funding. Unrelated, but according to him, TJR's assistant on the Discord abused his power and intentionally leaked a paying member's address, which you can see blurred in this screenshot. Absolutely unhinged Discord moderator behavior. This person and others tried to get a refund directly from TJR due to One of One shutting down, but they were unsurprisingly denied. So they went to WAP, platform that hosts course sellers like TJR, and one person supposedly had a refund approved. However, others who tried it later were denied. And as punishment for attempting to get a refund, this person no longer has access to TJR's course or the Discord. Find a way to explain how this isn't just getting scammed, because not only did he not get his money back, but now he can't see or interact with any of the things he paid for. That's crazy. This isn't from me, but it goes over even more about how everything went down with the firm, and it alleges some pretty damning stuff. For example, some smart members caught them manipulating payouts by sending crypto to fake accounts. TJR actually has One of One in his bio on X, which I find odd. And while we're here, his location says out the trenches. Call me a hater, but I'm not sure that applies when your family owns a private school in California. They paid for everything for you growing up, and one of your toughest battles was about getting a job because you were losing all of your money trading. TJR posted this in 2023, talking about scams and imagining what the bigger crypto influencers get paid to promote them. Well, when working on this video, I gathered every tweet I could find from him that mentioned a coin. Obviously, for stuff like this, 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 this.
Oh my god. Oh, are we good? Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, you guys were working on Gold Digger University. Well, finishing it up, but I haven't slept. Is my chat even like going? Man, you guys are fake as fuck, man. Fuck you guys, dude. You're fucking fake. Okay, let's watch something else. Okay, let's look at
3. Talking about scams and imagining what the bigger crypto and
you guys all need to be paying attention. Okay, I'm trying to find something else. My God.
It sounds weird, but for almost a century, psychologists have been studying attractive people, and they keep finding the same thing. The more attractive you are, the more people trust you, the faster you get hired, and the more you get paid. Basically, if you're hot, life runs on easy mode, and nowhere is that more obvious than online. TikTok's flooded with thirst traps, Instagram's a competition to look unattainable, and Twitter, holy sh- It doesn't matter if you were born with one or if you bought one, having a pretty face is a cheat code on social media. I mean, we've seen it a million times. Every other week, there's a new it girl, a new dream crush, a new guy who makes middle-aged women act fair. Which brings us to Marlon. A little over a year ago, Marlon basically appeared out of nowhere. One day, nobody knew who he was. The next, he was streaming with Mr. Beast, walking A-list runways, and being crowned the internet's rising star. On paper, it's the same story we've seen 100 times. A pretty face shows up, the internet melts, and a career launches overnight. But the deeper I dug, the less that story held up. Because the path Marlon actually took to get here, it's a lot uglier than you think.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know. Part 2. All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly how much your competitors are making by showing you how.
Marlon Lundgren Garcia grew up in Malmö, a coastal city in the south of Sweden. It was there where he fell in love with soccer, or as the Europeans call it, football. Whether he was playing for local teams or traveling abroad to watch the greats, the sport really consumed Marlon's entire childhood. But it wasn't long before basketball came into the picture. Marlon was tall for his age, and the game came naturally. By high school, he was actually pretty good enough to get recruited into one of Sweden's top athletic programs. I genuinely couldn't pronounce the school if I tried, but it's stacked with an alumni list that includes names like Hugo Larsson, Emilia Nilsson-Garip, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. By the end of high school, Marlon was ranked one of the top basketball players in Sweden, which is what brought him to the U.S., specifically to Lower Columbia College in Washington State, where he played college basketball. Now, Marlon's basketball career was short-lived. After just his freshman year, he went back home to Sweden, never to play college basketball again. So what was the point in telling you this? Well, because it was here, in an apartment at Lower Columbia College, that Marlon's social media career began. In early 2021, one of Marlon's college teammates pulled out his phone, recorded a video of the two of them dancing. He posted it to TikTok, and it popped. The views skyrocketed, and people flooded the comments asking the same question. So Marlon did what anyone would do. He made an account and started posting. Throughout his freshman season, Marlon and his teammate kept at it, spamming the same setup with the exaggerated smile and 15 seconds of choreography on move. And it kept working. Hundreds of thousands of views became the norm, and the followers kept piling up. Once he got back to Sweden, you could tell Marlon had done the math on why his videos were popular. And spoiler, it wasn't the dancing. The choreography got phased out in favor of better lighting, more deliberate angles, and a shirt that more oftentimes than not just didn't make it into the shot. But hey, it worked. By late 2023, Marlon had pulled in almost 1 million followers, basically just by posting thirst traps to TikTok. But there's a problem with TikTok. The app doesn't really pay its creators, and the little it does pay is pennies.
Here's my stats for the month: 251 million views, so probably a lot of money, right? $293.80. That's my paycheck.
That's why every TikToker eventually pivots. They start a YouTube channel, they launch a podcast, or even just ditch TikTok entirely. Joe Bartolozzi is a perfect example of this. He blew up on TikTok, moved to streaming, dragged his audience with him, and now he's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch and barely touches TikTok at all. Which our next video is on Joe, and we really want to do like an interview for him. So if you want to see that, go spam his chat and his comments saying Golf Cart sent you a DM. But anyways, Marlon tried the same thing. In early 2024, he went live on Twitch for the first time. And despite a TikTok following pushing 1 million, only 50 people clicked in. The next stream, fewer. The one after that, even less. This is where Marlon's pretty privilege starts to run out. Because there's a difference between an audience that likes looking at you and an audience that likes listening to you talk. Marlon had spent 3 years building the first kind, and now he needed the second.
Send that chat right now. If y'all got any funny videos.
So if you're Marlon, what do? You have 1 million people who follow you for one reason and one reason only, and you've just spent 2 months proving they're not going to follow you anywhere else. You're 22, you dropped out of college, and the dream you've been chasing for years is collecting dust on a platform that doesn't pay. Great. Most people in that spot quit. They get a real job. The TikTok account goes dormant, and that's the end of the story. You see, when the attention isn't converting, you really only have 2 choices. Accept that the internet gave you the wrong kind of audience, or figure out how to put yourself in front of the right one. And that's basically the entire game online. It doesn't matter if you're a streamer, a creator, or even an entrepreneur. At some point, posting and praying just isn't enough. And that's where WAP comes in. WAP just introduced WAP Ads to help you run your online business in the easiest way possible. You can launch, manage, and scale your ads all in one place. Whether you have a product, a service, or really any kind of digital business, you don't have to bounce between 1 million tabs trying to figure out all of the annoying stuff that usually makes running ads feel like you're in over your head. And on top of it all, WAP just dropped their new WAP card, which gets you 5% cash back on every dollar you spend on ads. Now, instead of just spending money and hoping it pays off, you're building a system where your ad spend is working for you in 2 ways. So if you're wanting to grow your business in the easiest way possible, head on over to WAP.com today. Marlon went in a different direction. If you looked at the top of streaming in 2024, the mainstream names all look the same. Nobody was sitting behind a desktop anymore. They were all out doing IRL streams, farming clips around the clock, and almost all of them were doing it from the US. That was the path. If Marlon wanted in, he had to go get it. So he scrounged up what money he had and booked a one-way flight to Miami. He didn't really have a plan past landing. He had a hotel for a few nights, a camera, and a goal of streaming every single day. That's pretty much what he did. Every day was the same. He'd walk around, talk to strangers, eat, sleep, stream, repeat. After a few weeks, he was pulling in over 150 viewers per stream. Then one afternoon, he opened Twitch and saw this.
Should we set up right here?
Yeah. Lacey and Clicks, 2 of the biggest streamers on the platform, were doing an IRL stream in Miami. They were offering free haircuts to random strangers on the street.
Free haircut? Okay, Lacey, actually cooking.
Marlon saw the stream and instantly recognized where they were.
Yo, it has to be. I said, it has to be right here. Oh my gosh, it has to be right here.
He found them, walked up, and asked for a free haircut.
What's up, bro? What's good, bro? What's up, bro?
And just like that, Marlon, the guy who 3 months earlier was watching his own viewer count die in real time, was suddenly live in front of 30,000 people on the front page of Twitch.
Look at that lineup. Okay.
That's it, huh?
Hey, Lacey, check my shit out.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
This is the exact reason you booked the one-way flight.
Everybody spam W's in the chat right now.
This is what every aspiring streamer plays out in their head at 3 a.m. when they're wondering if it's ever going to work. And from the outside, it really did look like it was working.
We going up like views every single day. I went from averaging like 20 views. And then the past week, I've averaged like 140, bro.
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Or vibe coding meets drag and drop freedom. We'll see about that. All right, let me try to make up a site to sell some like theoretical Sambucha kombucha. Make me a site about Sambucha kombucha. Make it look nice and pretty and highlighting the product. Refine my prompt. Okay, let's do that. All right, that's so much better. All right, generate my site. Now Aria, my AI assistant, is planning things out a bit, so I'm going to let it cook. Okay, just finishing the build and wow. Are you kidding me? I typed in like the dumbest prompt and then I refined it. Then I generated a site. Now I have an actual website. Oh, and I like how I have full customization. Like, look at this. I could just change the text. I could change the corners, the formatting, the menu, or I could ask Aria. I really like this hybrid approach where AI does like a bulk of the speed work at the beginning and then I have the control to customize it at the end. It blends vibe coding, agentic AI, and drag and drop all into one editor. And here I am in the center just making any adjustments I want. So with Wix Harmony, you get flawless functionality, total security, and lightning speed from the get-go. Behind the scenes, Wix is handling all security and site management, so you can just focus on optimizing your website. So go ahead and make a website today.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder. And you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, why not build an app? It gives me endless app ideas. So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompt directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure. And here it is. Everything I laid out in detail as it goes. This is pretty awesome, but I want to make it playful. So I'm going to add a swipe left and swipe right interface. Same usability we all know. Now I'm going to add one more feature. So every idea that I favorite will turn into a kickoff prompt to start building the app itself. And that's it. Just come up with your idea, any idea, and Base 44 will do the rest. So go to Base 44 and create apps with your name on it.
But the numbers that actually mattered, the ones in his bank account, were going in the wrong direction.
I just don't know what to do anymore with this, bro. Like, I feel like everything just comes crashing down on me, bro.
Because here's what nobody posts about. Marlon's streams were growing, but he was burning through his savings faster than Twitch was paying him out.
I'm trying to figure out a stay tomorrow. Like I have to. Otherwise, I'm stay on the street, right?
Every day he stayed in Miami was another day of cheap hotels, cheaper food, and doing the math on whether getting a haircut was worth eating that night.
But I don't have $40 to spend, Chad. I don't have $40. I'm not gonna eat tonight. I promise you I'm not gonna eat tonight. What am I supposed to eat with? My $0 in my bank account? My $5 that I got yesterday from a homeless person because I stole from his cup and didn't give him money? What do you?
For weeks, he was living off of oatmeal, bouncing between hostels with beds that he couldn't fit in and Airbnbs that were covered in roaches.
What the is that? What the is that? Do you see this, bro? Do you see this?
This is what it actually looks like to bet everything on yourself.
I've been able to sleep well. I haven't been able to sleep properly. There's no way in this world that any other streamer would do this to go to this extent to try to fucking pursue streaming, bro. There's no way.
But after 2 months in the States, Marlon's funds had dipped deep into the red, and he was forced to go back home to Sweden.
I just want to say I'm sorry for the echoing, bro. I don't know what to do about the echo, but this is my last resort, Chad. I'm in the garage, bro.
For reasons that aren't really clear, his parents' house wasn't an option to stream from anymore. So he had to set up shop in a garage an hour away from home.
I couldn't find for an apartment. I couldn't find a office. I couldn't find anything.
Which honestly sounds like a step backwards, but the bet had already started paying off. He just didn't know it yet. By September 2024, Marlon's viewership had climbed past 500 a stream, and the money was finally starting to catch up. As he grew, so did his network. Within a few months, he was streaming with huge names like Ray and Nick Niercino, and even flew to Mexico to stream IRL with Lacey. By January, things had really started to line up. Streaming was finally turning into something sustainable, and after months of paperwork, his US visa came through. So he packed up the garage, flew to LA, and moved into Nick Niercino's house.
I'm living at somebody's crib. It's a nice little, you know what I'm saying, area right here, but they said I could have this as like my streaming room and I could just like crash on the couch.
Just a few months after landing in LA, Marlon had reached this inescapable level in streaming.
Boys, listen, first of all, I just want to say we hit 100,000 subscribers, bro.
It was like you'd never heard of him one day, and then suddenly he was everywhere.
There's this new streamer, his name's Marlon.
I think I got some coming with Marlon soon.
This guy gets thousands of viewers every day, bro.
Oh no, I saw this when he first started in like this shipping container almost.
And that's actually a pretty accurate way to describe what happened. Marlon went from averaging less than just 600 viewers in December to over 15,000 in May. That's a 2,400% increase in a matter of just 5 months.
His first time being at the house felt supernatural. Phase Marlon, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
It's hard to not give Lacey his flowers for his role in this. Lacey was a much bigger streamer at the time and basically made Marlon a staple character in his streams. But he wasn't doing it out of the kindness of his heart. At the end of the day, Lacey's streams performed better when Marlon was in them. I mean, look at his most popular TikToks. Half of them are Marlon.
Marlon's friend.
What made it work was really the dynamic between the two of them. Just the sight of them next to each other told you everything you needed to know. They looked like two people from completely different movies who somehow got written in the same scene. On paper, the duo didn't make sense. One had a cool, calm, pretty boy energy, and the other was loud, chaotic, and completely unfiltered.
I wanted to show you like a good time, right? I was like, yeah, like, just like no, we got. What?
It's the same reason Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum work so well together. One's the type of guy who says something weird, realizes it, and then makes it worse by trying to fix it.
You're not testing the Tom, are you? I mean,
The other says everything with a smooth, charming confidence. You put them in the same room, and the joke kind of writes itself.
yeah. It's Hefe, man.
That's exactly what Marlon and Lacey had. The internet got one look at it and couldn't get enough. And once the clips started spreading, more and more doors started opening on their own. Aiden Ross, Mr. Beast, FaZe Clan.
FaZe didn't sign you yet?
Yeah. Marlon became a household name in streaming with a core audience of viewers who genuinely wanted to watch whatever it was that he streamed. Throughout 2025, he continued to push his reach as far as he could. And in late October, he took one of his biggest swings yet, a full tour across the United States. The goal? 50 states in 28 days. By the end of the year, Marlon had become one of the standout faces in streaming with over 1.6 million followers to his name.
Marlon, he blew the
Marlon blew up this week. Marlon took out.
Marlon is the definition of a rising star. Beginning of the year, he was just getting known, and now he's literally like one of the top known people in streaming. That is the definition of a star who rose.
What is an AI pen test? Well, this is the latest buzz in the security world. In 60 seconds, I'll attempt to explain how it all works. Essentially, an AI pen test uses AI individual agents to attack your application. This is very different from something like dynamic security testing, which has existed DAST, because the agents can apply logic and change their approach based on responses that they get. This means AI pen testing is really good at finding things like IDOR or broken access control that traditional scanners can't. You can launch your pen test by first defining its scope. It will then use over 200 agents to go through and test your application for specific vulnerabilities, adjusting its approach along the way. You will get a full report of what it's found, plus the steps to recreate it. And this amazing magic button, which is called autofix, which means it will just create the code to solve the issues for you. Pen tests typically take an hour or so, but the main point is that they're much faster than a traditional pen test, which will take weeks, not to mention much cheaper. Launch your AI pen test today at Aikido.dev.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content by someone they met on Roblox, you may qualify to file a claim. Estimated compensation varies depending on what happened and how it affected your child. For cases involving exposure to sexual materials, estimated compensation may range from $25,000 to $50,000. If your child was coerced into sending explicit content and is receiving ongoing mental health treatment, estimated compensation may range from $50,000 to $300,000. And in more serious cases, such as physical abuse, attempted rape, sexual assault, or trafficking, estimated compensation may range from $300,000 to over $1 million. Filing a claim is free, confidential, and takes just 2 to 3 minutes.
Everyone's having a good night. I'm so excited to present the Rising Star Award. This category celebrates the streamers who began the year with under 1,000 average viewers and have shown rapid growth and huge potential for the future. And the winner is Marlon!
Oh man. Kind of crazy, you know. It's been a long year. Want to thank my team, of course, Jake, Rocket, Miles, Ozzy, Matt, my editors, Dylan, Alley, everybody that's been helping me out. And then, of course, Lacey, all the FaZe guys, everybody I collab with, you know, y'all pushed me this year. So thank y'all. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I appreciate y'all. I want to say last name, my bad.
There's a lot of doubters, a lot of haters always gonna talk, but they're not the ones standing on the stage. So appreciate y'all, man. Big.
Now, there are a lot of people online who really credit Marlon's success to his looks.
Ain't no way in hell you sit courtside with NFL owners a year after shooting. It's because you're tall and hot. You mad?
In truth, the goal for this video was to figure out if Marlon's success really just stems from pretty privilege. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't go back and forth on it. Because he really has worked hard and sacrificed a lot to get to where he is, but at the same time, he takes his shirt off on TikTok and it pulls 125 million views. And then people start using AI to put their faces on his body.
How to do the Marlon, I'm just trying to be myself trend.
But if you stop looking at pretty privilege like some sort of scarlet letter, you realize that Marlon's looks actually put him into a category of streamer we've never really seen before. This is definitely going to sound like total glaze, but it's also kind of true. So Marlon's like this perfect blend of traditional celebrity and your average streamer. He's attractive enough to have that Hollywood vibe of being wildly unattainable, which is the same reason that he was the first streamer to sign with Calvin Klein.
I just signed a deal for Calvin Klein. I'm here to sign another deal.
And the first streamer to walk the runway at Paris Fashion Week.
I'm about to walk in Paris Fashion Week tomorrow, bro. This is beautiful. His life is beautiful.
That audience that I mentioned earlier, it sounds shallow, I know, but the one that just liked the way that he looked. He found a way to monetize it. Through partnerships and campaigns with massive brands like Ralph Lauren, H&M, and Burberry, he's built out a modeling career that's almost as impressive as a streaming career.
H&M sat there with their creative director and said, we want you to be the first streamer to do London Fashion Week for us as well. Brother, this is crazy.
To take it a step farther, he has a natural tie to an audience outside of the US, which is huge. Because the US is known as the entertainment capital of the world, streamers based here tend to organically build audiences that are US based too. Don't get me wrong, that's a massive audience, but it's only a fraction of what's out there. Think about what iShowSpeed did. He found soccer, a sport that's kind of irrelevant here in America, but is the most popular one globally, and he made it the center of his content. Now look at Marlon. As someone who grew up playing soccer, he already understood the culture around the sport. So it didn't feel forced when he started integrating it into his content. The guy goes and plays in a charity match and seamlessly fits in with some of the greatest to ever play the game. He's integrated into the soccer community oddly more so than Speed. I mean, I was watching the Champions League semifinals the other day, and there pops up Marlon in a halftime commercial with Declan Rice.
Oh, bro, let's go.
At the start of this, I told you Marlon's story was uglier than it looks from the outside. And I think that's still true. The beds that were too small, the oatmeal in Miami, the roach-infested Airbnbs, and the garage that was an hour away from home. None of that fits the easy mode story everyone wants to tell you about good-looking people online. But here's the part I keep coming back to. The looks got him in the door. He could have stopped there. And a lot of people would have. Instead, he kept walking through every new room that opened. And now it's pretty tough to put him in just one box.
Since I was a kid, be honest, I feel like all of us wanted to become like YouTubers.
It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. It's not about the clout. It's not about none of that chat, like at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this because I'm being like, yo, I made it, because I haven't made it yet. God willingly, the only one that stopped me from not being the biggest right now is myself and my mind.
You are so delusional. I am. But listen, delusion got me here. Delusion got me my dream house.
Saying to my mom, literally like, Mom, listen, Mom, I'm gonna go to the States. I'm gonna be there for 3 months. I don't care where I sleep, Mom. I'll make this shit happen.
Delusion got me my dream car. Delusion got me almost 2 million followers on Twitch. Delusion got me almost 5 million followers on Instagram. You know when you see stuff on YouTube and you're like, this is not even real. I still walk downstairs and I'm like, what's my life? Delusion made me pay my mom's rent forever.
So why is that so important to pay your mom's rent? Because my mom got me to this place. God first, of course, but mom got me to this place, and now it's my time to give back.
What's up, mama? Chat, say what's up to mama. Say what's up to my mama, man. Y'all haven't seen on stream, you know what I'm saying? But love your mom, chat. Delusion flew my whole family out here for Christmas whenever they want, whatever they want. Delusion, I can get my niece whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
For the guys that do know or doesn't know, Martin is my brother. I love him so much. I'm very proud of you, bro, Steve. Like very, very proud.
Delusion made me win the Rising Star.
God gave me this for a reason. Take advantage of me.
So you be quiet. You sit down. Understand? Be delusional.
Thank you, God, for letting me be here and wake up another day. God, I want to thank you for these past few days. Thank you for all the experiences. Thank you for the blessings. Thank God for letting me achieve my dreams and letting my family be with me along this journey. God, I thank you for everybody in this chat. I pray that their families stay healthy, and I thank you for everything you've done for me. Please forgive us for all of our sins.
Amen. Amen.
The Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioner. Because the Tempur-Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. Find cooler sleep with the Tempur-Breeze collection at an Ashley near you.
Mm. Mm.